plug it here instead of the particles. Okay, so now if I come here, yeah, I have my two containers, you can see it there. Okay, that's fine. So now I can go up here, and the one last thing I want to do, let me just copy this for now. Here I'm gonna just add the small bits, okay, we had from we used for the smoke trails. Actually, let me just go a little like this. So what I want to do now, you just grab, let me just clean all this a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna actually delete this and this, keep only the two nulls. Now I'm gonna, bring in our cache. So it should be this one. Let me just check that. Okay, so that's it. So let me just check how I did call this one. Bit sim. So Control C. And I'm just gonna go in here, just copy all this, there, this one had a version, so I'm going to I'm just gonna do it to this one, but yeah, that could be something I could eventually later add later, sorry, to the other ones. So I'm just gonna go here, call this one version. I'm gonna lock it at 1 for the smallest, 20, and default value of 1. Okay, and here I'm gonna go v backdate, so pad 0, free, and then ch version. See if I just double check this already. Okay, version 1, so that's fine. Just one thing though, I want to have a slash instead. And I call this one, so the name and the version. Okay, so I can actually grab all this, delete this, and here underscore, and that, yeah, that's correct. So now I could change the version if I would have more than one version, but that's fine. Okay, so I don't have any primitives here, so that's fine. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to, hold on, up, make some space here. So let me bring this up here. And I'm going just to take a sphere. Oops. Now, like we did when we created a simulation, I'm just gonna change a few things here. Start with the copy. Okay, now mountain. So we had a height of 0.625, frequency of 0.4. So now if I display this, okay, that's alright. One thing I want to change though, it's just the orientation. Okay, they're all aligned the exact same way, so I'm just gonna add a transform. Oops. Okay, and I'm gonna go here, go to stamp, turn on stamp inputs and variables. I'm gonna call rot capital X, and then I'm gonna go here like with fit 01 rand, and then I'm gonna go like $ID, and I'm gonna go from minus 180 to 180 degrees. I'm gonna actually copy that expression for the next one, so rot y. I'm gonna paste it and just change the seed of my random. And finally for the z-axis, okay, and now to my transform node, I'm gonna go to rotate and then stamp, grab my copy swap, then rot X and 0, and I'm gonna copy this, paste it, and now we can see they're not aligned in the same direction anymore. Okay, we have some random rotations on it, so if I would turn it off, okay, and back on. So that's one thing. What I'm gonna do as well, I'm just gonna add a switch, and I'm going to first add a cube, a box, sorry. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just grab here copy parameter, paste it with reference, and multiply it by 2. And now I'm going to copy this one, paste reference for both. Actually, I'm going to do the same here, copy, paste relative reference. Okay, so now if I come here, yeah, size matches, okay. Perfect. Actually, if we would do this, that would be the same. We could have just connected, then it would have just grabbed the size of the box, or the object. Let me just check something. It's the exact same, but yeah, both would work, okay? And I'm just gonna quickly show you another way how we could get some other interesting shapes. So I'm gonna go with a sphere again. So actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna create a new one. So sphere, make this polygon. How much is there? Yeah, it's a bit much. 5 is gonna be enough there. 6 here. Now I'm just gonna go quickly with an ISO offset. Okay. Now I'm gonna scatter some points in there. 150 is gonna be more than enough. Now I'm gonna go with Voronoi fracture. Plug in my sphere in the first input, point to the second one. So if I visualize now, okay. One thing I want to do really quickly before here, it's just go with vertex up and just add normals. And now that's just a upgrade viewport that just doesn't want to show us anything, but I just smooth properly the normals doing this, okay? Because if I would have turned that off, now if I would go quickly back here, so we have these sharp edges inside, okay? So I think maybe if I would just go with facet, that might actually prevent that issue. Let's compute normals. Yeah, and at least I'm still okay. Let's just not choose vertex normals for now, because the viewport doesn't seem to like it. It's not such a big deal anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like this. At least now it's okay. Adding the wireframe. Okay, it doesn't work. Okay, see the difference? Let me find one side. Yeah, if we look at the faces here, okay, and if I turn it back on, now it's smoothed it out properly. Okay, so that's one thing. I'm just gonna go really quickly with an explode node, explode view. Okay, so now we're able to see a geo. So when I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go connect inside edges. I really want to do this. Okay, doesn't let me end this meter, so I'm gonna go quickly here again, and I'm gonna add some interior details. Not much, just a bunch. Okay, the size is pretty good. Fluorescence not bad. I might try to go with a lower frequency. And I'm gonna leave this nose amplitude. Just time it. Yeah, so now I just have a little bit more details in there. Okay, instead of having sharp face, and I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna add a connectivity. Okay, and I'm gonna switch it to primitive. Now I'm gonna go delete, and here what I'm going to do, I'm gonna use an expression, and I'm gonna do dollar class is not equal to $f. So I'm having only one point left, one chunk, and as I go forward, I can see I have multiple always a different one. So now I'm gonna add a transform. Okay, and I'm gonna get rid of that, and I'm gonna go here minus $CEX minus $CEY and minus $CEZ. Okay, so this brings me my piece at the origin every time. Okay, and finally I'm going to bring a file cache in here, and this I would save it wherever you want, but that's going to be like bits. Let me just make sure that, okay, I don't have any bits. I'm gonna keep it here version 1. I'm gonna break the expression, and here I'm gonna go like let me just check how many do I go here, detail view, and I go to the connectivity. Okay, I'm go from 0 to 149. So in here I'm gonna go from 0 to 149. Press render. So that's really fast. Okay, that's alright. And now when I play my cache here, I see all my points. Okay, no, my chunks. And I'm gonna keep this. I'm just gonna copy that path. So in this it could be used every single time. You know, when you need some small bits coming in. With whatever destruction shot you would work on as well, that could be always good to have a library of those, so you don't have to redo it every single time you need it. And now I'm just gonna go here with a file cache, just a file actually. I'm gonna paste this, and here I'm already gonna write my stamp expression even though I don't have it set up yet. So stamp 2 points, then the name, I'm gonna call this index, and then 0. And here I'm gonna add index, and I'm gonna do $ID modulo 150. Try to state this one, and now I go to my switch, and I go to the second one. Okay, so we have all the small bits here, so that's fine. They're smaller than what we had before. Okay, if I could, so one thing we could do is just like a match size instead of changing the scale, because we never know what size it's going to be really. So I would just go like this, and actually this box I'm going to bring it down here after the mountain. Okay, and same here after the mountain, and that to me seems too big now. Let me just double check. Oh, not, maybe not. Yeah, no, that's actually pretty good. So yeah, I'm still thinking that that's way too high, so let me just bring this down. Actually 2 would be more than enough if we're not too close. Okay, if you get closer, yeah, you may want, but now I'm not gonna add more because it's just gonna slow it down for nothing. Okay, so match size here, and last thing I want to do here quickly, it's I'm gonna add an envelope. Small value here, that's fine, and a rest. Oops, rest attribute. Rest up, yeah, to create rest attribute. So like this. If we look now here, let's say view points. I have a rest value, so whatever time we are, okay, even the position change, the rest stays the same. So like this, we can just have procedural textures, and it's not going to be floating everywhere like nose or anything. Okay. So now if I would just play this, I have the choice between boxes or my custom chunks here. Okay. One thing you want to do actually, it's not have any colors here when you write it out. Okay, just render this. Okay, that's fine. Reload. Okay, so those chunks might be more interesting. Again, really depends on what you're looking for. So this being done, now we're just going to go. Actually, I'm not going to use viewport and render. I'm just going to add a switch here. And points, because we may want to render actually simple points instead of any geo. That would work as well. Then just want to change the color, and for now I'm going to put a null, and that's going to be out. And I'm saving my file. Now here I'm looking to set my points. Okay, so let's go out of here. That's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to delete all this. I don't need this anymore. Let me just turn this off here. I'm going to bring in the switch. Grab all these, plug into my switch. Now I'm going to display the switch. So 0, 1. So now we can go through all our layers. Let me just double check. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, that's why I was just wondering why I was having different visualizations, but that's fine. Okay, so I'm leaving it right this for now. Now I'm gonna add another color. That's gonna be for density. So at name is equal to density make this right now. And I'm gonna add just time shift. Let me check. Yeah, and I'm gonna put my volume time, the one we use for the big smoke plums. Okay, so multi, I'm gonna put it back to 1. Oops. Didn't like this one. Yeah, I don't want to retime my file now, and I have only 60 frames in, so I'm gonna leave it like this. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to use for each, and I'm gonna look for each field and loop individually change the, how do you say, the values, the field values. So volume drop. I'm looking for my volume drop there. So did I have a preset for this one as well? No. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to grab one I already have. I'm just gonna paste it in here and show you what it is, just to save a little bit of time. So heat density, density multiplier, heat multiplier, so density multiplier. Then if I come here, up, so the density power, so that's for the power expression. Okay, so let me just bring this in here. We bring the velocity, we have our input here, we're multiplying this. Okay, so oops, that's not what I want. Let me bring this down here. So val mult, okay, here temperature, heat, that's the parameter up, and then here we're having the same for the densities, but we're adding an extra level of control. Okay, so on this we're going to expose it then up, and that's going to be for each preview, and that's going to be render. We may want to have other values for the renders. Okay, and one thing I'm just going to do just to prevent it to crash, and that would be, for example, if I would have like my bits that doesn't have any volumes in there, I'm just gonna add a switch here. Don't want to have to do that manually, so that's why I'm using this switch, and I'm gonna use an expression here like that's called have frame attribute. So this one is going to check if I have that attribute. So for this I'm going to go looking at my time shift, and the attribute we're looking for is name. Oops. Okay, so if it has, we're going to go here. If it doesn't, like if I would go here and I made a mouse, we see we don't have name.